Welcome to the first battle of Week 4 of the FNF Victory Road Draft League Season 3. This battle is going to be pitting Startoad's team, which is Milawaukee Mudkips, versus Tiller's team, which is Galactic Goons. In this battle, we have one Mega Pokemon, that's Mega Scizor on Startoad's team, and then we have Z Pokemon, Z Any Latios on Startoad's team, and Z Any Thundurus as well on Tiller's team. So looking pretty interesting there in terms of Z Pokemon. We have both of the Z Any Pokemon available. Last time Tiller ended up using Z Nasty Plot to not get encored by Whimsicott, which was a really interesting strategy. So let's take a look at these teams before we begin. It looks like they're both actually relatively speedy teams. Well, actually no. Tiller's a little bit speedier than Startoad. Tiller packing that offense in 4 of his Pokemon and then defense in the other 2. I'm guessing that Thundurus is going to be really good for Tiller for taking hits from Helioptile. Helioptile can hit Tiller's defensive mons really hard, so I think it's important that Tiller preserves Thundurus until Helioptile goes down. And then for Startoad, I think that Mega Scizor is definitely going to be pretty interesting because it gets superpower. If it has superpower, it could take on Cobalion and Bisharp. And otherwise, it might struggle a little bit, especially with the selection of Pokemon it brought, but being able to check those 2 Pokemon is really nice. Additionally, Latios does look like it could be pretty threatening, especially with Z Thunderbolt or Thunder hitting those defensive mons really hard. Florges is going to be pretty important for that longevity with Wish, but it does have to be careful about Bisharp and Salazzle. I'm interested to see what Salazzle does too if it tries to go for some Toxic and Corrosion. Toxicing Bronzong would be really nice, as well as Scizor. Actually, no, Scizor, just go for the Flamethrower. You don't need to Toxic it. So this will be a pretty interesting match. I'm excited to see how it goes, and let's jump right in. So in terms of leads, I'm thinking we might see... There's a lot of options. Maybe Passimian or Helioptile for Startoad, a fast pivot. I anticipate maybe Choice Scarf on Passimian. And then for Tiller, I'm thinking maybe Thundurus or Cobalion. Okay, so we have I Hate Durians, the Passimian, and Variares DD, the Bisharp. Tiller, you could tell me how wrong I pronounced that later. So that U-turn is going to allow Passimian to indeed pivot out. Dead Phoenix's Rocky Helmet, though, does hurt it. And Polly, the Heliolisk, comes in. Will Thundurus come in to take that Volt Switch? And will Polly predict the Thundurus switch in with Hidden Power Ice? Yeah, Helioptile looks very potent in this matchup on the defensive Pokemon that Tiller has. Indeed, it goes for the Hidden Power to try and predict Thundurus coming in, but Toxic is going to put Polly on a timer. So Polly now is maybe even locked into Hidden Power Ice. Let's see. Hidden Power is the move it uses again. 20% taken from Shelter Regulus, who is now ready to set up some rocks. And Helioptile switches out, lending more credence to the possibility that it could be choiced. Schizophrenia, the Scizor, is now versus Shelter Regulus, who has a Swords Dance up. Will it go for the close combat? It does. The close combat's going to bring Schizophrenia down to 11%, but now it has a defense drop, and the superpower is going to take out Shelter Regulus. There goes Rocks. There are no Rocks going to be set up on Tiller's side, but Mega Scizor is brought down to 11%, which is pretty huge, and it also has the attack and defense drop. This is a good time for Thundurus perhaps to come in and go for the Nasty Plot. And once Nasty Plot is up for Thundurus, that could be a very nice sweeping opportunity. Actually, Variares DD, the Bisharp, comes in. Some mind games might occur here. It might go for the Pursuit. Superpower is going to take out Variares. Yeah, I think Sucker Punch was the play. Scizor was at 11%, so even if it pursued out, it would have been easy to take it down later. And losing Bisharp is definitely very big on Tiller. Tiller does still have the opportunity to set up with Thundurus now, but Mandibuzz is actually the one who comes in. Interesting. I thought that he was going to bring in Thunderous. Maybe he's keeping Thunderous for later. But Donkey Zong, the Bronzong, comes in, and Dead Phoenix goes for the Roost. It's going to bring it back to 90%. And there's Knockoff, which is going to remove Okaberry from Donkey Zong, who goes for the Toxic. Now Dead Phoenix at 84%. Knockoff won't do as much now. Donkey Zong pretty considerably weakened though. The Foul Play is going to bring Donkey Zong down to 5%, and there's that Stealth Rock going up. If Dead Phoenix has Defog, then it's not too big of a deal for Tiller. But he definitely doesn't want Thunderous, especially, and Salazzle to get hit by that Rock's damage. Score is 6-4 with Donkey Zong and Scizor both barely hanging on. And Florges comes in. The Knockoff is going to remove Leftovers from Florges, and Dead Phoenix now at 53%. In comes Hell Salamander, the Salazzle, and Florges goes for the Moonblast. It's going to do 16% to Hell Salamander, who's now poised to hit Florges very hard. Of course, Florges has that very nice special defense stat and can still take a special hit from Salazzle if it's invested, but no chance taken there. Schizophrenia comes in now at 5% from the Toxic. Hell Salamander at 60%, and Mandibuzz is going to come in, taking considerable damage from the rocks, and the Bullet Punch is going to bring it down. The Rocky Helmet takes it down though, and the score is now 5-4 with Passimian coming in. We do know that it is possibly Scarfed, and that U-turn is going to hit. Rocky Helmet damage being dealt, and now Startoad has to choose which Pokemon to send in. It is Latios. Tiller also chooses Jellicent. Deep Chaos Jellicent. We might see the Electric Z move though. No, we actually see the Calm Mind go up. Zoomer, and Deep Chaos goes for the Recover. Another Calm Mind up, and Deep Chaos goes for the Ice Beam. That's not going to do a lot of damage. This is looking troublesome for Tiller. With 3 Calm Minds up, Latios is already looking like a big threat. Tiller's going to have to pray for a freeze, and there's a freeze! He prayed for it, and there it is. So it's frozen solid. This is a predicament for Startoad, as that freeze is still in effect. But if Zoomer breaks out, it might be able to Roost or go for some recovers. But Jellicent continues the Ice Beams. 2 more turns of freeze is all it needs. 1 more Ice Beam hits, 5% will Latios defrost. Looks like Latios switches out, and Florges comes in to take that Ice Beam. Florges not getting the freeze. Wow, what a... What... Wow. That was intense. Latios at 5%, and there's that Wish. Another Ice Beam is going to hit Zombies on the lawn, the Florges. I don't think Latios is going to come in to take the, Ice Beam hits, and 51% now on Zombies on the lawn. Deep Chaos is now 94%, and in comes Hell Salamander, the Salazzle, at 35%. The Moonblast is going to take it down to 17%. No special attack drop there, though. And there's that Sludge Wave taking Zombies on the lawn down to 44%. Moonblast takes down Hell Salamander, though, and the score is now 5-2. Thunderous Therian comes in, Blast Genius, and Thunderous Therian's going to have to do some big damage to Zombies on the lawn, possibly its Z-move if it has one. And there's a nasty plot, actually. Moonblast is going to do big damage to it, though, taking it down to 28%. And now Helioptile is going to be a big problem. Score is 4-2. Sorry, Heliolisk, not Helioptile. But if Tiller switches into Jellicent, but the Hidden Power is enough to take down Blast Genius. I was going to say, if Jellicent switches in to take that Hidden Power Ice and it's choiced, then Tiller might have a little bit more of a chance. So Polly is probably going to switch out now since it's choiced. Indeed it does. Bronzong comes in, and the Ice Beam is going to take down Bronzong. We might see Polly come back in to go for the choice for the Thunderbolt or the Volt Switch. And Heliolisk does come in. There's a Thunderbolt bringing Deep Chaos down to 12%. Deep Chaos is going to try to recover it out, but it's not really going to work. I think 1 more Thunderbolt is enough. Indeed it is. Down goes Deep Chaos. And that is the game. It's a 3-0 score. A victory for Startoad and Milawaukee Mudkips over Tiller and Galactic Goons. Of course, it was a pretty close one, especially with Latios frozen and at 5%. So yeah, really intense battle there. Lots of interesting stuff. Thank you for tuning in, and this is Noel from Hypno Slumber Party. Stay tuned for some more Week 4 matches coming up. They're going to be pretty fun. Until then, I'll see you later.